So Graham, another fantastic win today, back on track for the league?
Yeah, I thought we did really well. I thought we passed the ball better second half than we did first half. We asked that of the players. We all agreed it was a must-win game. We had to take the game to them second half. I think first minute we could have perhaps scored, but had a great chance. But I was really impressed with the way we went about it. We supported the wingers better from full-back areas. I thought we looked defensively very, very strong today. We looked like we deserved the clean sheet. And I just thought that we supported the play really well, and I thought the work rate of the team was fantastic. And I must say, I think it's been like that for the last couple of games.
The general consensus has been from the last few games that the results haven't maybe matched the performance. The performances have been very good, but we just haven't been able to get that win. What have you put that down to?
Well, I spoke with the players after the game at Boston, and we was all in the same frame of mind that we've been playing quite well at times and perhaps not had that cutting edge. And we said that we need to take more shots. There's a lot of times Glenn Walker against Boston got in there twice, should have had a go with the right and left peg, decided to pass it. Jarman did the same with Ben Mackett against Boston. And they've got to believe in their own abilities. I mean, I see them warm up, in training. I see them, warm up before games. I see them in training, and they've got great strikes on them. So they've got to start, having a few pops at goal, because anything can happen if you have a shot in goal. So I thought today the key was to, put the onus on their back four a bit more and really go at them a bit more with a bit more pace about us. And I just thought, all the players second half went out there and really played to the game plan. We all agreed it was a must-win game.
You talked there about confidence and self-belief and having a pop. Obviously Nathan Jarman did that today with a fantastic goal. What did you make of his overall performance and the goal itself?
Yeah, man of the match performance without a shadow of a doubt. You take the goal away, that kid deserved it because of the work rate and commitment for the team. That boy, if everybody puts a shift in like Nathan Jarman, I said to some of the sub-players, I said, that boy, every time he trains, every time he plays, it's at an high intensity. He trains the way he plays. He gives everything for the team. He loves being out on a football field. He's very highly strung. He's quite aggressive in what he does. And he'll pick the odd silly booking up, which he did today. But you can't fault that man's work rate. It's unbelievable. He's one of the best players I've actually worked with, if I'm being honest, because the way he trains, the way he works, but also if he believes that he could get himself 20 goals, I think he could.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously he's taken the step down from full-time football to come and play at Corby. Do you think that that's had an effect on him, or is he just taking it all in his stride?
Well, it does have an effect on you. I mean, first of all, mentally, you feel like you're training every day and you're doing what you love every day. To just coming in and travelling in the evenings, I mean, Nathan ain't got a job at the minute. He's looking for a job. He's a lazy bugger, but he's looking for a job. And I think with Nate, you have to keep on top of his fitness. He has to work hard the 2 nights you have him in, because if he got lazy, Nate's one of these who could perhaps put a few pounds on. So I've told him he's got to work hard. He's got to, in training, he's got to make up for the days he's not in full time. And he's got to work hard at his game. And Nathan does tire with 80 minutes on the clock, because he puts so much effort into the game. And I can imagine what it'll be like if he is full time, being fit for 95 minutes of a game these days. I think he'd constantly keep doing what he's doing. But I wouldn't say it was a Nathan Jarman show today because he scored the goal, but I wish some players would take a leaf out of his book and put the effort in, especially the players that go on as subs. That frustrates me when they don't do that. When he's running past players to close players down, then I get my go up a bit. But
because they should obviously have a point to prove.
Well, they should have a point to prove, but they've sat there and watched it and seen him give everything he can, and he's running off his legs, and then they go on and just trot about. That frustrates me. But let's be honest, the whole performance, second half was really good. It was quite a drab first half. Both teams, they're very direct. It's very difficult to play on that pitch. It's a horrible surface, trust me. It looks nice from the side, but when you get on it, it's terrible. They thought we'd had a plan the field before they come. That's what they said to me. But, the boys want to play a bit more exciting, but we've got to play to the strength of the pitch, and that's why home form's good.
Well, obviously you talked this week as well about playing maybe more direct away from home as a possibility. Is that something you look to adopt now that the focus turns to the FA Cup on Wednesday against Luton?
I think we've got to be clever. I think, you know, against Luton, they won 1-0 today. They lost 1-0 on Thursday. They've got a couple of players back, Drury, my namesake's in there, and Crow played today. You know, they've got some good players in the camp, and we've got to frustrate them. You know, we've got our 25 minutes of really frustrating them without conceding. If we do that, we've got a real good chance. On the counter, you know, if we can get decent delivery in the box, there's no reason why we can't cause a big couple of sets.
So the two wingers are going to be vital to your game plan over in Luton?
Yeah, and the fullbacks, you know, because you need to back up the wingers. The wingers can keep running down what I call, you know, they can keep going down there and getting nothing at the end of it. But if you've got support from your fullbacks and ball side forward, you know, you've got that triangle, what you try and always get across the field. You know, you should always try and make triangles on a field. So we've got to back the winger up when he's on the run. We've got to be ball side as a forward and create that triangle to cause problems. And the early delivery in the box is where their centre-halves get caught, and that was proved in the first half when Ben got his goal. You know, one setback, good ball in. You know, they don't adjust quickly, so we've got to make sure we really do explore that.
Obviously there's a lot of supporters going down to the game, they're putting on a football special train to accommodate the supporters going. There's 3 coaches going down and a lot more independently. Do you think that will help your side with a vocal support behind you?
Well, you know, we've just gone on about the fans, and you know, I turned up today for the walk. I didn't do the miles the boys have done, you know, the fans are done, but you know, I just wanted to show my face and show the support. You know, all my players have sponsored the lads for doing it, you know, or sponsored me for doing it, but it was trying to give the fans something back from the support they give us away. I mean, not just saying it, Rob, but you know, you make a big, massive difference to us. You know, when you know, you often hear me say, "Bobby, get us going," because you've supported this club and you love this club, and the fans alongside you do rub off people like yourself. And you know, I think if you're lad, we're lad, so keep being lad. But you know, I turned up today and see 25, 30 die-hard people. And it was cold, and they did the walk and they collected the money, you know, for charity as well as the away support. You know, I tried to support that because I do appreciate people having to dig deep in their pockets and find the money to support the game. You know, some of the people I know rush from night shift to turn up to watch Corby week in, week out. They're die-hard, mate. It's fantastic to have, and you know, if we've got 25 people at a game, you know, we've been getting 70s or 80s, but if we've got 25 at a game, they always make noise. You can always hear them. And I'll tell you what, I don't care what anybody says. A player, it's great ammunition for me, because I just turn around and say, see them there, what's turned up? You know, you deserve to give them something back. You've got to put a shift in, because they've got in their cars, they've paid the petrol, they've paid their fee, you know, they've perhaps bought a burger and a pie, it's cost them 25 quid before they even sit down and, you know, realise it. So, if they're like me, an alcoholic, you know, they've perhaps cost them 50 quid, but no, it's brilliant to have that support. It's brilliant to have that support, and, you know, I appreciate everybody that turns up to support the football club and the players.
What would be your message then to those that are maybe considering going over to the Luton game on Wednesday, but maybe thinking more about watching England v France in the house in the nice warm conditions?
Well, I've watched England v France before. I've watched England v Albania. I've watched England v Scotland, Ireland, and I tell you what, I've not been very impressed. You know, and I just think there's nothing better than a live game. Being there with the atmosphere, and it will be a good atmosphere. So I would say, you know, it's lovely sat there having a cup of tea with a fire on, and you know, seeing a boring 0-0 England game. I think this one's going to be exciting. I think this is going to be Corby's day. I really believe we're going to Charlton or Barnet. I ain't going to rule Barnet out, but you know, I believe this is Corby's time, and I'm going to do everything, and my players are going to do everything to try and make that happen. So please support us, come along. Give a big roar for the boys, and if you want, do a picture inspection and score the winning goal for me.